Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, how many of us start our day with a nice, refreshing glass of juice? Maybe some orange juice, apple juice, or even a tangy grapefruit juice? I know I do, especially when we're trying to be healthy, right? We're watching our diets, maybe taking our daily medications. We think we're doing everything right for our well-being. But what if I told you that something as seemingly harmless and healthy as grapefruit juice could actually be, well, let's just say, a little bit sneaky when it comes to certain medications? It's true, and it's something I recently stumbled upon in my own health journey. And I thought, wow, this is something we really need to talk about, especially as we get a little older and things like our cholesterol levels become more of a topic of conversation with our doctors. And for good reason. High cholesterol, as I'm sure many of you know, is a big deal. It's a major risk factor for heart disease, strokes, all those things we definitely want to avoid. As we navigate our 50s, 60s, and beyond, I was reading some statistics from the American Heart Association, and it's quite sobering. They estimate that millions of adults in our age group are dealing with high cholesterol. It's incredibly common, and that's why so many of us, myself included, at times, might be prescribed cholesterol-lowering medications. Often, these are statins. You might have heard of names like atorvastatin, simvastatin, lovastatin. There are several types. These medications are fantastic. They are really effective at helping to manage our cholesterol levels, reducing our risk of heart problems, and keeping us healthier for longer. They work by helping our liver produce less cholesterol. It's a real lifeline for many of us. But here's where that seemingly innocent glass of grapefruit juice comes into the picture. Because what I've discovered is that grapefruit juice and certain cholesterol-lowering drugs, specifically statins, can have a bit of a, shall we say, complicated relationship. It's not a relationship you want to ignore, because it can actually have some unintended consequences for your health. And that's why today we're diving deep into grapefruit juice and cholesterol-lowering drugs, the hidden dangers in your drink. Now, on its own, grapefruit juice is actually pretty good for you. It's packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, and it can be a refreshing and healthy part of your diet. I mean, I used to think of it as a super healthy choice. But after spending hours, and I mean really, hours digging through research, papers and articles from places like the Mayo Clinic and Johns Hopkins Medicine, I uncovered something truly fascinating and a little bit concerning. Apparently, grapefruit juice contains certain natural compounds called furanocoumarins. Say that 3 times fast. Furanocoumarins. These compounds, as it turns out, can interfere with an enzyme in your liver and intestines called CYP3A4. Now, this enzyme is super important because it helps break down many medications in your body, including several types of statins. Think of this enzyme like a little Pac-Man in your body, happily munching away at medications and keeping their levels in check. But when you drink grapefruit juice, these furanocoumarins swoop in and basically, well, they temporarily disable this enzyme. They stop the Pac-Man from doing its job properly. And what happens then? Well, your body can't break down the statin medication as efficiently as it should. This means that more of the drug stays in your system, and the levels of the statin in your bloodstream can become much, much higher than intended. I read a study from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, that showed grapefruit juice can significantly increase the levels of certain statins in the blood, sometimes by a very large amount. And why is that a problem? Because having too much statin in your system can increase the risk of side effects. Some of these side effects can be quite serious. For example, muscle problems like muscle pain, weakness, and even a rare but serious condition called rhabdomyolysis, which can damage your kidneys. Liver problems are another potential concern. Nobody wants to be dealing with more health issues because of a seemingly healthy drink. So, when we talk about worst food combinations, in this case, it's really about understanding which drinks to avoid with your cholesterol medication. And the number one offender, unfortunately, is grapefruit juice. I learned you must never combine grapefruit juice with certain statins if you want to avoid potentially dangerous side effects. It's just not worth the risk. But it's not just grapefruit juice either. It turns out that other citrus fruits contain similar furanocoumarins, although often in lower amounts. Think about Seville oranges. Those are often used in marmalade. Also, pomelos and tangelos can have this effect. It's best to be cautious with these as well, especially if you're taking statins. It's like accidentally pouring gasoline into your engine when you thought you were adding oil. It just throws everything out of whack. Now, what about best food combinations? Well, in this scenario, it's more about safe drink alternatives. What can you drink instead of grapefruit juice, especially if you're taking cholesterol medication? Thankfully, there are plenty of delicious and healthy options. Orange juice, for example, is generally considered safe in moderation. However, it's worth noting that some types of oranges, like Seville oranges, are the problem ones. Regular sweet oranges are usually fine, but it's always wise to check with your doctor or pharmacist if you're concerned. Apple juice, cranberry juice, grape juice, not grapefruit, and pineapple juice are generally considered safe alternatives. And of course, good old water is always the best choice for hydration. And for taking your medications, what I learned is to always err on the side of caution and choose drinks that are known to be safe and won't interfere with your medication. Think of it as choosing the right fuel for your body's engine. You want to make sure it runs smoothly and safely. Now, while we can't really talk about sleep environment here, let's adapt that to talk about creating a safe medication routine and being informed about your medications in general. This is so important, folks. Make it a habit to always read the information leaflet that comes with your prescriptions. Seriously, I know it can be a bit dense, but it's packed with crucial information about potential food and drug interactions. Ask your pharmacist questions. They are incredible resources and can tell you specifically about any foods or drinks to avoid with your medications. Keep a list of all your medications, including any supplements you take, and share it with your doctor and pharmacist. This helps them to identify any potential interactions. And most importantly, be consistent with your medication routine. Take your medication as prescribed, at the right time, and with the right kind of drink, usually water. Being proactive and informed about your medications is just as important as eating healthy and exercising. And finally, let's really emphasize the precautions, because this is where the rubber meets the road. I cannot stress this enough, please. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist before making any changes to your diet, especially if you are taking cholesterol-lowering medication or any other prescription drugs. They are the experts and can give you personalized advice based on your specific medications and health conditions. Do not assume that all fruit juices are safe with your medications. Grapefruit juice is the most well-known culprit. But as we discussed, others can also pose risks. Be extra cautious with grapefruit juice and related citrus fruits if you are taking statins. And remember, individual responses can vary. Some people might be more sensitive to this interaction than others. It's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to your health and your medications. So, there you have it. The surprising story of grapefruit juice and cholesterol medications. It's a reminder that even healthy foods can have unexpected interactions with our medications. Being informed and proactive is key to staying healthy and safe, especially as we navigate our health journey as we get older. I really hope this video has been eye-opening and helpful for you. If you learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more in-depth explorations into health and wellness for those of us over 50. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. And share this video with anyone you know who is taking cholesterol medication or enjoys grapefruit juice. It could be really important information for them to know. And now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever heard about this interaction between grapefruit juice and medications before? Were you surprised? Share your thoughts and any questions you have below. Let's keep learning and looking out for each other. Stay healthy, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.